What's good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And this one, I'm going to break down what's going on with Tesla, SPY, Nvda, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers. I'm going to break down what's going on with the market so far and some very important levels to be watching for, and some other important pieces of data for your context about what the market is doing. But before I break into all this information, let me just mention a couple of things. Firstly, I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, it benefits the entire community as a whole. So anyways, I want to talk about the market real quick and then break down something very important. As a reminder, guys, if you look at SPY, we got this sell-off today. We came all the way down to 473.3. Then we saw some buyers defend it. They're trying to push it back up, and we're kind of starting to test these EMAs on the 30 minutes time frame. We have the 20 EMA at 475.59 acting as resistance, and then above that we have 476 at the 50 EMA on the 30 minutes time frame. So make sure you watch those levels very carefully. Now, looking at SPY, we're kind of stuck right now. The reason why I think they kind of propped this back up is because of the options chain. As I reminded you guys, if you look at the options chain, we have very close to like 900,000 calls expiring, but we have more puts that were opened. We have about just under 1.8 million puts expiring. Max pain is 472 with the put to call ratio at 1.97. So with that being said, guys, the majority positions are puts. This could be part of why the market makers want to hold the market up just a bit, just for this close. But then we may see more downside later on, especially going into next year. When it comes to economic data, today the data came out and it was a little bit below expectations. The PMI was weak, showing some weakness in the economy. This is important because this is what helped and contributed to the market selling off. And we have more data coming out, especially going into next week for Tuesday. So as a reminder, today is Friday, December 29th. The market's about to close in an hour. This is going to be the final hour of open markets trading for the year 2023. It's been a fantastic year, guys. Very, very quick. Flew by like a rocket. But now just remember that the market's going to be closed on Monday for New Year's, and we're going to be back on Tuesday, and that's when we're going to see the next trading day. So what's going on with the market? Let's break this down now. With this resistance at the 20 EMA, SPY is kind of like rejecting here. It's just kind of fighting for now. We're holding 475 as support. We'll see if this holds for now. We're kind of shuffling around this area. We made an attempt to bounce from this 473.3 area, but once again, we're still getting stuck at these EMAs. Now, that's just what's happening in real time. But if you actually zoom out, we had this rising, which I was talking about this for many days now on SPY. And then now we finally got this break out of it. We came back down to 473.3. We're rebounding a bit, and we might just continue lower. I personally think, this is my opinion, guys, there's more downside coming for 2024. When we start off in January, market might actually correct just a bit. If we establish a lower high here, this could be a change in direction. Just like how we were uptrending like this, now we made a new low here. Are we going to make a lower high, then just continue to downtrend? There's a very good chance we're going to be testing 472 soon, then 470. So I do favor more downside for 2024. But for now, we're going to be watching these ranges, as SPY is kind of just range trading, at least for the time being. All right, so watch 475 as supports. If that fails us, then we have 474 coming, 473.8, and then we have 473.3. Technically, that was the previous low. That could also act as a support, followed by 472 coming next. Resistance, don't forget to be watching 470. First off, we have, let me just call this out again, the 20 EMA at 475.59. Then we have 476 above that. And then above that, we have, 477 to 477.5. SPY is showing some weakness. It's downtrending, and this may continue as time goes on. For the QQQ, it's almost identical. Made a rising wedge, and we got a break below it. Big rejection. I was talking about 408 coming very soon. I was leaning more towards this happening in early 2024, but it actually happened today. So that's actually very interesting to witness. QQQ tried to rebound a bit, back testing resistance at 410, and now it's rejecting again, showing more weakness than SPY, and we're starting to see tech shift a bit. This could be a change in our direction as we're making lower highs and lower lows. Finally, we could be doing that, but we need to see what happens going into next week. As of right now, make sure you watch support at 409, 408, and if that fails us, our next level support is going to be 407.5, followed by 406. Now, for resistance, don't forget to be watching 410. If that breaks, then we have this 411 area and 412 after that. But for now, we have this nice downtrend, and overall, it's looking pretty interesting. So watch this carefully. We're kind of shuffling for the time being. I think a bigger move to the downside is coming next week. I'll be watching this very carefully as well. I want to mention, guys, that Tesla is actually going to be moving on its own, not relative to the market. And the reason for that is because although Tesla came down, and this is what I warned you guys about, to watch this resistance. I told you Tesla might pop a bit. We did pop a little bit, but I told you we might come down. So if we lose 252, I would turn bearish. That's what I said, and that's what happened. If we held above it, we had potential to push up. Instead, we lost 252. Tesla's still looking weak. So with that being said, I told you that to watch basically 250. And we had 247 below that. That's exactly where Tesla ended up holding. I called the levels out for you guys if you were watching and paying attention carefully. But now at this point, it doesn't matter because Tesla's going to be reacting to its sales, its deliveries for 2023 for the entire year. The number is going to be coming out in very, very early January, probably on January 1st, I believe. So on Monday, it should be coming out. And then we're going to be looking for a much bigger reaction. Tesla could still squeeze to the upside, bounce very nicely, or even come back down, depending on the numbers. So that's going to be the biggest factor for Tesla. As of right now, Tesla's kind of trading sideways around 250, so we'll be watching that as well. As far as Nvda goes, don't forget to be watching this range. Nvda got a break out of this wedge right here, testing 488, and it came right back in. Pretty interesting stuff, but it's back within its range. Got a nice V-shaped recovery after some bullish news came out. When we watch this, see if Nvidia could still maintain this range right here. I was talking about Nvidia testing 498 to 500, and that's what's happened so far. So that being said, we're going to be watching this resistance very close to 500 to see how Nvidia reacts. And if we get a true break, this was like a false break out of this wedge. Are we going to get a true break to the downside again and back test this blue trend line? Are we about to see Nvidia turn bearish? Because we're still in this wedge technically, even though we did kind of like come back down, we came back into it. So we're going to be watching this very carefully. Watch 498 to 500 is resistance. If that breaks, we have 504. And then for support, make sure you watch 495. And below that, we have 492 and 490. Watch the levels carefully and we'll see how it goes. Finally, for Aapl stock, I just want to mention that Aapl, in my opinion, made an attempt to bounce. But here's what I warned you guys about. I told you all, if you look very carefully, we had this range on Aapl. Remember I showed you guys the yellow lines? Look at the two yellow lines. Had we broken this top one at 194.4, we turned bullish. If we broke below the bottom support at 193.5, I would turn bearish. What happened? The bottom support broke and we came all the way down to 192.5 and we broke below that to hit 192. Came a little bit below that to grab liquidity. As it's rebounding now, it's testing 192.5 as resistance, and we're kind of stuck right now. So Aapl is still stuck, looking a little bit weak, still looking weak, guys. Unfortunately, it tried to break out and failed thus far to get a true breakout and a change in market structure. So Apple's looking kind of weak. We'll be watching this going into next year, and we could see Aapl even drop more to drag the market even lower. So just be very careful, guys. That's pretty much it for the video. So this is going to be my last intraday video for 2023 because the market is going to close by the time I release my next video. So that being said, it's been a pleasure making these videos, guys. I'll continue to do this for quite a while, and I want the best for everyone out there. So take care, guys. I'll see you guys very soon. Have a great last hour of trading for the year in the open market hours, and I'll see you guys very soon again. Thank you and peace out.